it's been 4 months since we've posted a video? She cannot. I'm looking at the shocked face of a metal chicken. I apologize for falling off the face of the earth, but friends, I have not been feeling well, and I had a little bit of a short stay at the local infirmary. I'm home now, thankfully, and I'm ready to start showing you what Henny and I have been up to. Oh yes, as anyone who's chronically ill like me knows, the world does not stop when you're sick, and life takes on, which means we've done a few interesting things that I can share with you, despite not feeling our best and not being at 100%. To kick things off, Henny thought you might enjoy seeing all the donations we've made over the last couple of months to our community's local blessing box, aka the Lutheran Church's food pantry. In case you're new to our channel and you don't know, the local blessing box is open to all. You don't have to be Christian to use it, nor do you have to fill out any forms and qualify and wait a god-awful amount of time to be approved. If you're in need, you just open the box and take what you want. And if you're not in need, you just donate whatever you have extra of. It's first come, first serve. Take what you want, leave what you can. There's 100% no policing, no judgment, and any extras get donated to the local community college's food bank as well. There's so many reasons to love this little blessing box, and that's why, time after time, Henny and I always support it. And we hope that if you have extra, you'll support your community's local blessing box as well. And we also hope that if you're in need, you'll look up where you can find one of these little gems in your own community and get the help that you deserve. Now I know I'm gonna get some negative Nelly that's gonna leave a comment, probably on private message because they don't want to get attacked by all of my friends and family, that says, "Now Miss Peg, I thought on your previous videos you whined about being poor and how you often don't have food and that you go without, and if it wasn't for the generous blessings of your friends and family, there would be some months that you wouldn't know how you were going to eat and feed your lovely, lovely Choopy." That's my spouse for all you newbies out there. And to that doubting Thomas, I would say that all of my statements on my past videos are absolutely true. So how do we, a poor family, surviving on a very, very meager disability pension, afford to donate to our local blessing box? I'm sure it's quite perplexing to some, so I'll break it down for you. Whenever I see a buy one get one free sale, I buy two, and that extra free item goes right in that blessing box. Whenever I buy a huge sack of potatoes or a big bag of oranges that our little family of two will never get through, 'cause you know, Henny is technically number 3, but as a metal house chicken, she doesn't eat fruit and veg. She eats metalworms, and those are quite cheap, so we don't worry about her. But I take that big bag of produce, and I hold back 2 or 3 items, what our family will use, and the rest I put in the blessing box and share with my local community. When I buy in bulk to save money on items, sometimes the company likes to send me free samples. You best believe where those free samples go. Oh yes, friends, straight into that blessing box. I'm sharing the wealth. Whenever a friend or family member gives us some money for groceries, I take $5 to $10 of that lovely and generous donation and buy things for the local blessing box and tuck it on in there. And finally, the last way that I'm able to donate on a shoestring budget is by giving the blessing box all of our lovely castaways. And now what do I mean by that? Well, if you've been here before, you know that we are a family with food allergies, food intolerances, and food aversions due to autism. So sometimes the items that we've ordered in bulk and stocked up on that are safe foods no longer are safe. Oh, yes, we go off them. And instead of throwing out perfectly good food, because after all, just because our body doesn't like it, doesn't mean somebody else's will, and that they'll have a reaction. It's perfectly good and safe food. Instead of throwing it away, which would be a waste and a crime, and make this girl and that lovely metal chicken cry, we tuck it on in to the blessing box and share with our local neighbors and community. I hope that clears up any misunderstandings and eases your minds and troubled hearts. Now that that's out of the way and taken care of, let's talk about what you're going to see. Towards the end of the video, you're going to see some items that are just shown off of the local Walmart site. Yep, that's because your girl thought she took pictures of the items, but when I got home and checked my phone, they were not there. So even though they were not shown on my lovely dining room table or in front of the blessing box, just know they were indeed donated. Have no fear. You're also going to see some appliances, and I want to reassure you that our blessing box is just fine taking those. People donate and leave all sorts of stuff. I'm always shocked and happily surprised by the variety of items I see sitting out there. I also want to reassure you that all those appliances were sealed in box, never opened, and unused. They were in pristine working condition. Those appliances were gifts from well-meaning friends and family members, but unfortunately, as a disabled person, I cannot use them. I have weight limits on how much I can lift due to my heart condition, and I am the full-time cook and caretaker of my spouse, the lovely Chumpy. So if I can't use them, nobody in the house is going to use them. Unfortunately, I have not trained Henny yet on how to operate a food processor or a blender. Stay tuned. We'll update. It just seemed silly to me to keep them. I mean, why not share and give them to someone who can actually use them and appreciate them? And I know that my friends and family that gifted them to me will be happy to see them in use instead of just sitting, collecting dust, cluttering up my house, and becoming tripping and falling hazards for my lovely Chumpy, who is a wheelchair and walker user. You're also going to see some gardening supplies. Unfortunately, because I was ill, I was unable to start a garden this year. Again, instead of letting those seeds clutter up my house and collect dust, I thought, why not pass them on? We have some avid gardeners in this community with green thumbs, and I know they would love to receive them. They will be treasured and planted immediately. Seeds are one of those items that when they're put in the blessing box, they're snatched up immediately, already gone before you can blink. And finally, the last item that I feel I need to comment on. Oh, I'm bracing myself for. This is a political one, folks. I have no idea why, but it is. I donated, right? Are you ready? Clutch your pearls. Hold yourself in readiness. Some PPE. That's right, friends. Gloves and masks. Why? Because we live in a community with a lot of sick people. We're close to a major medical center and famous hospital, and there's a lot of people receiving treatment. And our hospital still requires that if you're visiting an immune-compromised patient, that you wear gloves and a mask. And I don't want anyone to be unable to visit a loved one because they can't afford expensive PPE. I was just in the hospital, and I know how much it means to have family come visit you. Okay? So let's not make it political. Let's make it what it actually is. It's a blessing and a help for people who are chronically ill or going through medical treatment. That's it. And with that, enjoy. Oh, and if you're not a gamer like Henny and I, you might want to mute this and put on your own music, because coming up is a lot of 8-bit. I'm talking old school. Nintendo, circa 1990. You have been warned. Evil villain laugh. Oh, also, just want to give you a heads up. For some reason, my voice recorded much, much softer than the music you're about to hear. So you might want to turn the volume down so your ears don't get blasted. Just a friendly FYI. I have no idea why that happened, and I have no idea how to fix it because, unlike my darling Chimpy, I am not tech or computer savvy. I'm computer stupid. So, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Thank you. is for my lovely pics or it didn't happen crew. So there you go. There's the pics. It happened. That's at least one of the drop-offs. What makes it tricky is we usually drop off at nighttime, so I can't really take pics. But this time, we dropped off during the day. So that one's for you. All of my doubting Thomases. I hope you're appeased. Are you happy? And with that, it's time to wrap things up. Henny and I want to thank you all for watching. She says, don't forget to peck, like, and subscribe with your beak, and use those sharp clickety claws of yours to leave us a comment down below. And don't be shy. Chickens don't bite. They don't have teeth, my dears. We'll see you all in the next video. Until then, we'll save a spot for you right here on the perch. Keep it nice and toasty for you. But in the meantime, Henny and I want you to please take good care of your lovely selves. Remember, no matter what anybody else has ever said to you in the past before, you matter. You're precious and irreplaceable, friend. There's only one you in the whole wide world, and you make it awesome. That you can trust. Would I lie to you? No. Chickens have a very high moral code, and Miss Henny wouldn't let me tell any fibs. Remember, you've always got a place here with us. You're a part of the flock. Until next time, take care.
Bonus time!
That's right, friends. It's bonus time. Super mega rare boss round. Unlocked. By staying till the end, you get a mail call. The joke of the day. Brought to you by the one and only, my lovely Moo Mom. That's what we call her, friends, because she's the wife of a dairy farmer. Every day, that darling mother of mine sends us a joke to try to lift our spirits and cheer us up a bit. So, if you're having a bad day, if things are not going as planned, and life seems to be stuck on hard mode, I know it is for me. Why is this cheat code not working? I know I typed up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Henny and I want to share this joke with you. Hopefully, it'll make you smile. Maybe just a little one, and cheer you up a bit. At least for a minute or two. So, here we go. One joke. Brought to you by Moo Mom. What do you get when you cross a lemon with a cat? A sourpuss. Wah, wah, wah.